And we're back. We got all the boys with us this time.
Except for Chase.
Except for Chase. Yep, Chase is up sleeping. So
It's like break.
we got my oldest Trent, my youngest Cole, and my nephew Riley.
All right, what were we talking about?
Well, Chiefs for sure.
It's pretty cool. McCole Hardman bought his mama house.
Yeah. Let's hope he saves his money.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
got his rookie contract,
Rookie
buying a whole
contract.
house.
Here you go, Mom. But hey, man, I get that because
Yeah.
if you've been a quarterback, I expect you to buy me a house pronto.
I remember when Patrick Mahomes just got signed with us. He started like blowing all his money on Fortnite skins and stuff, and Tyreek was giving him shit for
I remember that.
blowing his rookie contract.
He said he went and got that Adidas money or something.
Yeah, we ain't got that Adidas money. Yep.
Nicole Hardman, what did we draft him at? 27?
20, was it
I think it was like
29?
29?
McCole Hardman.
Yeah.
I think it was like 37, because it was in the second round, but it was early in the second round.
Oh, that's right, because we didn't have a first round pick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We sent that for
Yeah.
Clark.
Yep.
So he's not even getting big boy money.
No.
But that's cool. He took care of his mom,
Yeah.
and she was
And
super
dude,
stoked.
Reed must have he must have a lot of confidence in if he's going to draft him before Metcalf with all the hype around Metcalf.
Oh yeah.
I don't
He
know.
He doesn't listen to the hype. It's all about the
Yeah.
tape.
I don't.
That means he really saw something he liked in
I
McCall
can't
Hardman.
vote
Why?
because I don't do any Chief stuff.
You know the Chiefs, though. Who's your
Yeah.
favorite Chiefs player?
Terry.
Tyreek?
Mhm.
That's a good choice. Who's your second favorite Chiefs player?
Kelsey.
Kelsey? Who's your third?
Patrick.
Wow.
Patrick's number three.
third?
Ouch.
Dang, you're
And he
messed up.
finished as the MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's only the third best Chief.
Yeah.
Then I'll be Patrick, Tyreek, and Kelsey.
There you go. Well, see, you got a good lineup of Chiefs.
Yeah. Lots of good character.
What about like Matt Castle? You like him?
Who's that?
He sucked.
He was like the best quarterback of all time.
Well, buddy, if you want, you can hang out and talk Chiefs with us. Or you can come back later and we can just do a superhero podcast. Whatever you want to do. So if you get bored, you don't have to stay. Okay?
Can you like move your back so I can like scoot back and you guys can talk and I can like kind of watch it?
Sure.
Well, you can just
Sure,
chill
I'll
out here,
just
Cole.
yeah,
Yeah, you
just,
can just
stay right
Just hang
there.
out.
You're fine.
Alright.
All right, so you were talking about corners earlier.
Yeah.
Fuller, Slot, Brashard, and Ward. And I think Ward's going to kill it. I think he's going to be our best corner we have.
I
Yeah,
do too.
For
I
sure.
mean, he was grading really well at the end of the season there.
Yeah.
He was making a couple rookie mistakes, first couple games, everyone does. But whenever he hit that third, fourth game, he was like one of the highest rated corners in the whole entire playoffs.
Yeah, dude. And shit, I can't even think of any really rookie mistakes.
I mean, when he was playing against Seattle, there was a couple. Russell Wilson just made some really nice throws,
Yeah.
and it was like almost undefendable.
he was in
But he was
position.
still in position
Yeah,
every
he was
time.
in
Like,
position. It was
he's
just
always on a hit.
unlucky
Yep.
that he was facing a top 5 quarterback.
What's like Steven Nelson, man? Ward turns and plays the ball.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And he'll turn around and get picks.
Skindrick, he was decent at turning around. Most of the time, he was turning around to make sure the quarterback wasn't throwing it his
Yeah.
way. Nelson couldn't save his soul.
No, but he was always right on the receiver.
Yeah,
He
but
had good
Remember-
position, but for good position to be elite, you have to be able to turn around and see the ball.
it's simple.
You guys
It's-
remember when a ball hit off the back of his head?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
That's incredible. To
I
have that
mean-
low of awareness.
You know, everybody says, don't watch the receiver's eyes. I always watch the receiver's eyes,
And light up.
Yeah, if he's faking you all the time, okay, play it off. But when
Yeah.
their eyes get real big and their hands
that
come
ball's
up,
coming up.
turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't rocket science. But watch Steve Nelson go
Where-
Pittsburgh and kill it.
Oh, he
Yeah.
went to Pittsburgh?
I mean, I think they're going to be playing him in the slot, and that's his strongest position.
Yeah, that's
we
right.
had to play him on the outside, but they have Mike Hilton. He's upcoming. Joe Hayden's pretty average, but Steven Nelson definitely puts up high grades in the slot.
Isn't Joe Hayden just getting old? Like, how old is he?
He's like 32, I think.
That's
So
exactly
what I was
he's
thinking.
up
I was thinking 32.
I like Joe Hayden. Hayden was good when he was
there. Oh, he
With
was
the Browns?
shut down.
The Browns? Oh, my
He
God.
was elite.
His first 2 years were crazy.
Yeah.
Hayden could have came and played here for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And you're right, we had to play Nelson outside because we had nobody to do it.
Yeah.
And you know what? If Sutton wasn't so hard headed, Ward could have been there. earlier in the season.
Yeah.
They took Andy Reid to come to Jesus with Sutton and say, "Hey, look, man, we're going with the younger kids
Right.
because
Well,
You
it
know?
was after that game where I forget who, but I think it was Scandrick and someone else against the Chargers to get the 2-point conversion to win.
the Scandrick and,
And was it Nelson? I don't remember who, but I just remember it was Scandrick's fault.
It was Scandrick and it was Fuller.
yeah, I think so.
I don't
Fuller
think
was
it
coming.
wasn't Fuller.
Fuller was coming to the
Inside.
and then he told Scandrick to go over there because he was out of position, and he
So
didn't hear him. Or,
It was like a J.R. Smith moment.
It's like when Barry was coming in, dude. There was a couple times when Barry was losing his shit lining that dude up.
yeah,
And Bob Sutton's defense is the most vanilla on the planet.
people figured it out years ago.
It's like the Rams' offense, like early on in the season, was just run, play action, run, play action.
That's what it was all season.
What I'm saying though,
Yeah, sure.
as Scandrick as a vet should have been able to come in and pick it up.
Yeah.
He's a vet? How old is
yeah,
he?
He's older.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
I
like,
thought he
dude,
was like a rookie.
zone and man ain't difficult when you're a corner.
Yeah.
Good grief, he killed us.
Yeah.
And I hate dogging on players and stuff because those guys are playing on elite levels that I
Oh,
can never
yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're all so good that the mistakes we see are so minor, but it looks like huge, easily
Correct.
fixable.
And that's why whenever we say someone's bad or not as good as another player, it's not saying they're bad in general. It's
Right.
compared to those elite level players.
Like if Sorensen lined up in a 7v7 league against us, he would destroy us.
Oh yeah.
who?
Sorensen. Anybody.
He would destroy any average
Anthony Sherman.
person, really.
I'm not a big Daniel Sorensen fan.
He's still an athlete, though. Cole, come
He's an athlete.
on. What else?
What about our safeties?
Dude, I'm so stoked to have Honey Badger.
Yeah.
I wanted us to sign him last year. And look,
He's a stud.
he's a big stud. And look, do you think we win the New England game if we have Honey
Yes.
Badger
Oh,
back
yeah.
last year?
Because Barry was getting toasted against Gronk.
It sucks about Barry, man. He was a town favorite, still is to a lot of people. But man, in my opinion, I probably don't want to talk about it out here. I was let down by Barry.
Yeah.
Why
And
not
I
talk
hope,
about it?
well, because when people get butthurt, you say anything bad about Barry. Like that, they think that man could walk on water.
Yeah.
And he went through a lot,
Yeah.
Going through cancer, going through all those torn ACLs. Kid's a beast. What are you doing, Coleman Earl?
Coming in and out.
Dude, come on now. But him saying he didn't feel it.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't feel it? What I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
And who knows? It could have been something to do with his cancer.
Yeah.
Or
That they
could
leaked.
or the injuries could have been worse than everyone made it seem.
What's bad, man, is Andy Reid or Veach, whoever it was, they should have came out and said, here's what it is. That if it was him being sick again, that way he don't have people turning against him unfairly.
Right, but he also kind of made it sound like it was the coaches not letting him play after one of the games. It's like post-game interview, he was like, I wish I could play more, blah, blah, blah. But,
Yeah.
Well, they did have him on a pitch count.
Yeah.
And when they took him out the end of, was it the Chargers game?
I think.
Yeah,
Was
I
it?
mean, they should have. Well, I don't know. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. If he would have got hurt, they would have been dumb for playing him too
Yeah.
much, and that's a no-win situation.
Yeah.
That's like going for it on 4th and 1 and not getting it.
Right. Or passing it to win the Super Bowl and losing.
I was just
Don't
gonna
think.
say that, dude. Like, you got Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. No kidding.
Let's get cute.
That's like us running the ball with Damian Williams on like the 25-yard line to win.
He's keeping
Well, I mean-
picking it up.
He's good, but
That-
I'd obviously want Patrick Mahomes to.
A little check down at Tyreek on the fake Hail Mary.
Oh, in Dallas? Yeah, that was insane. No one ever talks about that anymore. I don't ever see it.
Well, here's the thing.
That was
he's
crazy.
got so many highlights.
Yeah.
All of his highlights look like the average player's career. Like, they just fill up the charts.
But what's crazy is whenever you're watching like Kelsey's or like Tyreek's highlights, it looks like you're watching Mahomes' highlights.
Oh yeah,
Because it's him doing all the work and then just
you can't ignore the arm talent.
Yeah.
One of my favorite plays that I think we talked about a lot was when he hit Kelsey flat-footed on a 3rd and 8 or 9.
Sat down in
It
the
was-
zone.
Down and out, and he just kind of turned and just hit You know, Kelsey had to go up and get it, but it's like that was a very underrated throw.
Yep.
And was it just before or just
After the no look pass to Ware.
Yeah, when he hit Ware going down the sideline in between those two dudes. God, that was cold.
I
That was
rewatched that
so
game,
sick.
the Ravens game, and it was like, it's weird because it was like that drive was so slow, and then out of nowhere it was like boom, and then the next play, boom, these crazy plays.
Yeah, that was on the other day,
It was.
the Ravens game.
They're all on YouTube.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
go through them all.
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'll just turn on
Yeah.
those highlights.
Exactly.
makes your day.
Well, yeah, growing up with the Chiefs and the quarterbacks, I had to endure.
Yeah.
It makes it all worthwhile having somebody like Patrick Mahomes.
I had to go through my whole life watching my dad about to knock the TV over, so mad at how bad we were.
It's funny, like, when I was growing up, the Royals won the World Series in '85, but I was like 8. That's loud.
I know. I'm done drinking it.
In '85, so I was like 8. And then the rest of my life, Coleman, oh, that's going to be really loud, dude. Go around and eat them upstairs if you want. The Royals sucked.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs sucked. I remember the Chiefs were having a good year, or the year players went on strike. And I'm thinking, like, wow, this is like the best team we've ever had, and we're going on strike.
Going on strike.
And then we had all the playoff losses, man, where we couldn't flip and get off the field on defense. Tony Gonzalez fumbled in the Indianapolis game.
That's before my time.
Yeah, but you guys are like getting to see the Royals kick ass.
Yeah, we've won World Series.
Yep, went back-to-back World Series. Now we have the best quarterback.
We didn't win back to back.
We went
We lost.
back-to-back. We went back-to-back.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay,
said.
I
We
thought you
went
said we
back-to-back. Now we have the best quarterback on the planet.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's really not.
No.
We only had to go through a couple bad years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hell, they weren't even bad. I mean,
Yeah. We're an average team for about 5 years.
is this going to be Reed's 5th year
Uh,
or 6th?
it might be the 6th now, like this
I think it is
upcoming
the 6th.
season.
Yeah, it's the 6th. All right, so how old are you, Riley? 20?
19.
19?
Yeah.
17? 6, so 10 and 11, basically?
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen no bad years. I
No,
guess
it's
we
younger.
did have the 2 and 14 before.
Yeah.
That was bad.
And then we had that one year where we started off like, we had a really good record, and then we just lost the rest of the games.
Oh yeah, we started off like 5-0.
Yeah, we started off 5-0, and then we just
Yep.
Who was coaching? Was it
burnt
Haley?
out.
Or was that Romeo Cornell?
Maybe Haley. I think it was Haley with Castle.
Yeah, that's right. Kessel went down, and we went through Tyler Thigpen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palco.
Tyler Bray.
Oh boy, man, we've got some bad quarterbacks.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. And now to see Mahomes is crazy.
Yeah.
Man, it's.
He's like all of the quarterbacks we've ever had. Boom.
And I still pinch myself. It's still hard to believe like that kid is that good, and he's only going to get better.
He's on our team.
Yeah.
We do have a Kansas City fan base. We do kind of lift everybody up higher than they should be because we're huge fans.
Yeah.
So we don't think Mahomes can go higher, but he can go higher.
Mahomes is already a lot bigger than most people think. Because, like, in KC, like, you'd be like, Tyreek's like a king of the world. But Mahomes actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's all across ESPN just, like, taking over every highlight ever.
See the video of him riding a horse in the ocean?
No.
Your mom was like, well, this looks like an Old Spice commercial. Because you know how they were playing football on the beach the other day? He's down
Yeah.
there with, I think,
Yeah.
D-Rob, Dieter, Kelsey,
Conley.
and I think the backup. That's not Conley. It's the
It was,
backup
it was
tight
Conley.
end. It's not Conley.
Conley was there.
Why the hell is Conley kicking it with our boys?
They were down in Florida. He tagged him. His name's
Oh,
Flight on
yeah.
Instagram.
Well, that's good.
Keep
We're just
it
hanging
up.
out with him.
Good for Conley. Conley didn't look the same.
Conley looked pretty
He
good.
looked like he's put on some weight.
Yeah.
Good. I hope Conley goes down there and lives up to his combine height.
Yeah.
Because he sure didn't here.
Yeah.
You-
He's going to have to. He's the number one target down there. Number
Yeah.
one. And then who, D.D. Westbrook or something like that?
Yeah, Westbrook, he's a slot guy, but he's a really good slot guy. Then they got Keelan Cole. I mean,
Yeah.
some known
Nick
names.
Foles down there, though, right?
I
That's not
think,
bad.
what kind of turned me off on Conley is he kind of got into a spat with a few of the fans on
He did?
Twitter.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do remember that.
Yep. And man, dude, these players, they've got to ignore that and push that out. That'd be
Yeah.
hard. I know somebody, if I'm on Twitter and I disagree with somebody, I can hide.
Right.
I have to.
But as a
type and
player, you
delete.
can't.
Type
Yeah.
and delete. And I delete. If I can delete, they can delete it.
Right.
You know?
But if you're a player, you
Please.
can't argue with the fans over.
Especially your hometown
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Man, also kind of is why I have so much more respect for Tyreek. Going into the situation he did, and man, people were like, I kind of went back and forth with this one girl because I was like, man, I don't think he did anything it smells fishy.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, you're standing up for a child abuser and this and that. And
Yeah, exactly. And he's
Dude.
never come out once and been like, you guys all believe this. None of it was true.
Has
You've
it-
never let me had an opportunity to show you what it really happened. You believed it first time you heard it.
dude, a lot of players would be like,
Never
I'm
said
done.
nothing.
I want out of
Yeah.
here. Trade me.
Yeah.
Dude, Tyreek has
Nothing.
been nothing but a stand-up
Yep.
dude since he's been here. He's guilty of dating a crazy chick.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
I agree.
And like I said on the other podcast, dude, I don't think he did anything in 2014. Have you seen the transcripts from it?
Did you see the? They actually just
Cole.
released a full recording because she edited the first one that got released.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
listen to
11
that.
move on.
Yeah.
But they came out with the 2014 court transcripts and everything.
Yep.
She was lying like a
Really?
yo. You didn't know that?
I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
Yeah,
I didn't see
dude,
that.
it's-
Well, I knew she was lying from the audio recording, But
yeah, like she
not
was.
from the transcript.
You picked me up to take me to the movies. She drove to his house.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a lot of inconsistencies, and
Yep.
maybe I have to now think if I'm going to try to do a channel about bashing people.
Well, there was some dude on I think it was like the head of Fox or something, the head of some news thing. He's the one that originally edited it and put only that part out.
That was 5.
Channel 5.
It was.
Did he
a
get in
chick.
trouble?
No, it was a chick who did it. I can't think of her name, and I wouldn't even probably share it, give her anything. But she said the other portions of the tape weren't newsworthy.
Yeah.
Bullshit. They and Channel 5 was the one who released Patrick Mahomes' home address when he bought a house. How
Really?
stupid do you have to be? Let the kid live.
Did he have to move?
I would have.
Yeah, for sure.
I would have gone in there like a tornado. I'd been pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You-
You can't release that kind of stuff.
Right.
Oh man, we finally have a legit star in
Right.
Kansas
Exactly.
City. And you're gonna treat him like this,
Right.
and then turn around and do Tyreek like that. I don't know what you have against football, Channel 5, but that's bullshit.
Yeah.
We got Keatsman thrown out because Keatsman throwing Andy Reid under the
That's
bus and calling
terrible.
Andy Reid out like that. Like, come on, man.
Right, and he knows that's just terrible timing. Right after Kareem Hunt, right after Tyreek Hill, why bring more drama to Kansas City?
But you know what? We have absolutely zero. What's the word I'm looking for? Accountability in journalism anymore, and that's across the
Yeah.
board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Both sides, no matter what, it's gotten embarrassing.
Yep. Let's not get into politics, so let's keep talking.
I'm not
Chiefs.
trying to. I was going to ask you. We were talking about sleepers earlier. Who's your sleeper on offense and defense?
For the Chiefs, offense, I'm thinking, who's our backup running back now?
Oh, you're
Damon
Williamson.
The kid from
Our
LSU,
backup.
Carlos
Yeah.
Hyde.
Oh, Hyde.
Yeah, I think Hyde.
That's what I said earlier too.
I think Hyde's going to have a big role on in the goal line because he's a bigger back compared to Damian Williams.
Yeah, I think he'd be more of a
Damian
third and
Williams
short.
is like
guy.
a slasher.
Yep.
And then Carlos Hyde, no one knows about it, but he's actually a really good catcher out of the backfield.
He's really good at catching. He breaks tackles.
Yep.
He runs hard. That's what I was telling Trent earlier. Dude, I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people in Kansas City.
Didn't he have
Yeah.
some injury last year, some big injury? Or did he just slow down production?
Injury, and then the Jags' offense is just a stalemate all the
Terrible,
time.
yeah.
So
That's true.
Yes. You can't run behind bad lines. I
no,
don't care
bad
who you
lines
are.
with
Yeah.
bad quarterbacks is not good for the running back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
Stacking the box was going on the whole entire season.
People are going to lose this shit because look what offensive lines. Look what they did for Priest Holmes. Priest Holmes was
Yeah.
a backup in Baltimore.
Yeah.
He didn't kill it. Well, you get behind Willie Rofe, Wigman, Tate, Waters, Shields.
The line doesn't get its credit.
Cole could have ran that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And as much as like when LJ first came out, I was huge on LJ. I thought he should have been playing earlier because Priest would break off a huge run and get caught from behind.
Yeah.
One preseason game, LJ ripped off like a 98-yard touchdown run. And I hung out with Larry Johnson a little bit at Blonde one night on a bar down in Westport. And Larry was cool to everybody who walked up. He talked to him, signed whatever, you know. This was before he kind of got in all the trouble. And
Yeah.
he went south. And man, on Twitter,
I heard he's a cool dude now. Like he was like trying to give Kareem Hunt advice and like
he was coming back, but then he turns around and does some silly ass tweets. Shit that he don't need to be doing.
well, I mean,
you know?
but he's not in the NFL anymore. He doesn't have any accountability to like he's not obligated to
Well,
not
no,
say
but
anything on Twitter.
He's still a role model online now.
Yeah,
That's true.
you can't
That's
come
true.
back on the radio stations talk about I'm this, and then you turn around and
Well, I don't know what he's done, but
us.
What do you say?
It's bad. Coleman Rowe, buddy.
in or out, bro.
Yeah. You're gonna knock my clock off, dude. So I don't know. All right, so Carlos Hyde's on your offense. Who you got for defense?
Defense. Ooh, that's tough. I think Wilson, the linebacker that we got from Dallas, I think he's going to have a big role in our defense. Yep. He's a pretty good coverage guy, but he's good on the line, and he gets a lot of tackles. So he's young too. He's
You
like
think he's
25.
So what do you think our linebacker's gonna look like?
Because we got Darren Lee and
I say Darren Lee
44,
and Wilson are the switch offs. They kind of switch off roles because they're pretty similar.
Over O'Daniel?
No, I think O'Daniel's going to be switching off on the other side. Reggie Ragland's going to be our inside guy because he's a run stopper.
Yeah, but man, dude, they took him out of 4-3 in Buffalo because he couldn't do it.
Yeah, I know, but he's going to have to pull it off. I mean, that's his only place he could play. Outside linebackers are your coverage guys. They're going to have that speed. Reggie Ragland, he's not athletic.
didn't they run Ragland at a D end a couple times, like outside linebacker, like rushing the outside? Like he could line up a D end
Yeah.
every once in a while, like as a backup. We were
We'll be running-
set there, but
We'll be running some 3-4 sets.
didn't he gain a bunch of weight? Or is that
Yeah.
Speaks?
No, that's Breland Speaks.
Oh.
Yeah,
Breland Speaks. I think he's going to have a big year too.
Well, we got a lot of talent. I don't know about Breland Speaks.
He's
All he had was that bull rush, which he's got a good bull rush.
he's moving to D
Yeah.
tackle.
Oh, they're putting him inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I put on weight.
I wonder if they're gonna kick Chris out.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah. And then
He was
run
playing
90.
a lot of DN last year too.
Chris Jones, you can move him all around.
Yeah.
His name. Well, and that's what I would do. I'd pair him up. I don't understand. Listen, everything all of a sudden, man. You know, it's like banging your head on a brick wall. Move those guys around.
Yeah.
Right.
Move Houston
Right.
around.
Set
Put them on their weak
stunts.
guys.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Pop Warner. You don't have to line up in that same shot every time. Run 32 toss every
Yeah.
time.
And that's what Sutton did. So Noddy, maybe Sounders.
Yep, Saunders.
Yeah.
They were saying he might play on the outside too on some snaps.
Really?
Sanders?
They said he's got
Saunders
a
is
really
super
similar skill
athletic.
set to Chris
Wow.
Jones.
God, could you imagine having two Chris Jones?
Yeah, that's why they drafted him so high. They moved up and got him.
I wonder if Sounders is going to be our new, what was it?
Aaron
Pig?
Donald?
No. When Don Terry Poe, his play,
Oh yeah.
they call
Oh.
it the Tebow,
Tebow?
Hog Tebow, Fat Tebow.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. When he came in,
I remember him
threw
doing the
touchdown.
fullback, yeah.
Yeah, it was like hungry
Hungry
Tebow,
Hippo?
or something stupid like that.
Hungry Hippo?
I miss Poe. You know, Poe.
Is he still playing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's playing. I think he's in Atlanta.
Yep.
Still.
He just moved from Carolina.
I remember one game, man. We couldn't stop the run. They were running to the left, just every damn down, and we couldn't stop it. Well, of course you have D Ford out there. D Ford couldn't stop a run. He knows. They kicked Poe out, and like Sutton, Bob Sutton, you talked to Poe on the sideline, like, get your ass out there and stop the run. and Poe absolutely just tore the shit out of this
Yep.
dude. The guy still ran by him because he was out wide, but Poe was a beast, dude.
Yeah.
Why did
He's
we
got
get
the
rid of
heart.
him? Did he just want too much money?
I don't know. He got blamed for a lot of stuff that I don't think was his responsibility.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a run stopping D tackle, but we were trying to ask too much of him to go to the passer. That's not his thing.
Yeah, and he had no support around him a couple of years ago.
Yeah. We didn't have
We had
Chris
Tomba.
Jones. We didn't have. Yeah.
didn't
we
he have
did.
Houston?
Yeah, but you have Tom and you have Houston, but when Tom was curling out, it's
Yeah.
like everybody. I love
Oh,
Derek
yeah.
Thomas. Derek Thomas, one of my all-time favorite Chiefs, but everybody forgets, man. Derek Thomas wasn't that damn good against the run.
No.
They took him out the AFC Championship game against Buffalo, and I would have left Thomas in there because to me Thomas was, but Cunningham they took him out because they didn't think Thomas. But the reason why is because Thomas would go out and bend around the corner, and
Yeah.
if you're doing that, you're giving up the inside,
Yeah.
so a good tackle can run you out and around, and you're leaving a gap.
Yeah.
That
The same
doesn't make
thing
you
D
a
Ford did.
bad run defender. I'm not saying Derek Thomas was a bad run defender. I'm just saying that's what they were saying
Right.
Yeah.
because he was bending out.
Yeah. But he got to the quarterback so fast that way. It was
God,
either
Derek Thomas,
like
dude, was so cold.
it was
you
either like
guys.
a guaranteed sack or it was just going to be a run play over there.
It was
Yeah.
just a given. You guys watching like Derek Thomas and Neil Smith back then. That's when like Arrowhead came alive. When Marty came in, we had Derek Thomas, Neil Smith, Dan Saliamua. Was it Whitlock? I forgot the guys on the back. Whitaker. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting some of those guys. But man, our defense was just up front. Derek Thomas was automatic. He'd come
Yeah.
up and give the safety signal, and bam, it was a safety.
That's crazy.
That's how it was.
That's crazy.
Yep, I think if he would have kept playing, he would have broke a lot of records. And,
Yeah.
it's sad to see him go.
I think Houston kind of took on that role to an extent when we needed him most. Like whenever a team was doing the game-winning drives, like he'd always come clutch and get a strip sack fumble and turn a game around.
Yeah.
We've always had good defensive ends, man.
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
Ali.
Houston.
Houston. Can we discuss something? What do you guys think about the edge position?
Edge position.
Mm,
Fucking stupid.
What's
Yeah.
edge position?
There's people on Twitter and they call he's an edge passer. He's a fucking 3-4 or 4-3. He's a linebacker or a defensive end. There's no such thing as a edge. It's a It's a term.
Oh, an edge rusher?
Yeah, it's a term,
Yeah.
but it's a term. It's not a position. The players union doesn't recognize an edge. And I've
Right.
gone at it with a couple guys on Twitter. Well, you don't understand football. I'm like, come on, dude.
I didn't know
it
people
makes
took
you
it
a
that
different
seriously.
kind of like.
It's just a term for pass rusher.
Yeah.
It's like Von Miller is he's an edge. I'm
Oh,
like,
an
dude,
edge?
Yeah,
That's stupid.
it's just a term, dude. But it drives me. That's my pet peeve because I like the old school ways, and it's
Right.
still a defensive end or a linebacker.
Yeah.
People are gonna probably go shit back crazy because I said there is no position as an edge.
Well, I mean,
It's funny.
technically it's an end or an outside backer. That's a technical term for it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so why are the people trying to make a new? Why are they kind of trying?
I don't know. I asked you. I said, have you ever voted for edge?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, they're just a defensive end or a linebacker because if you're going for like, let's say the Pro Bowl, they're gonna get defensive ends. They're not getting edge rushers.
Yeah, there's no such thing as.
Yeah, it's not a separate position that you can fill up your team stats with.
And I was like, and I told him, like, you guys can't just make shit up. Here's the reason why it bothers me because I think somebody said edge rusher, or they play edge. There's probably some uneducated person who
That doesn't
couldn't
know the
think of what the
difference.
position was on TV, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, edge. That's pretty cool. Edge.
Yeah.
That sounds edgy."
It's either that or someone didn't know the difference between a 4-3 and a 3-4.
Exactly. Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I blocked a couple of dudes. I don't have time for all that shit. Like
Yeah.
some of these guys.
And that's
on Twitter do
such a
it.
small thing to be arguing about.
Yeah, like I told us, like, dude, I don't have time for it, dude.
People take that stuff seriously, like the smallest
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, people get a little butthurt over stuff.
Mhm.
A little butthurt. Do you guys have like a favorite? Who's your favorite Chiefs player, Riley?
Of all time?
Outside Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I was about to say we all better have the same person right now.
That's tough.
Patrick Mahomes.
I personally really like Jamal Charles.
I was about to say
Jamal?
the same thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking either Jamal or like maybe like Christian Okoye, but I didn't like watch him. I just like
Yeah.
remember like looking back on him, seeing like a couple highlights every once in a while, and be like, man, that must have been like cool living back when he was running back. But
I had that.
I never got to
personal
really.
connection with
Yeah, Jamal Charles, like I was growing up,
Yeah.
and he was like the running back of the league. When I was
Yeah.
growing up.
He had the Jamal Charles fat head
Yeah.
Yeah.
up until like just a couple months ago.
Yeah, stopped sticking, kept falling down.
Yep. Jamal Charles pooped out on you.
You got one right there.
Dude, when I was growing up, Gary Spaney was a linebacker for the Chiefs, and he was my favorite.
Yeah.
Back when I was growing up, my dad would take me to train camp up in, I guess this is still St. Joe, but you could go and catch, like Nick Lowry would kick field goals, and all the kids would be over there catching the field goals.
Oh,
And then, like, after every practice, the players would come over and sign. Like, I got a slew of pictures with Gary Spaney somewhere.
That's cool.
But Gary Spaney burned me, dude. One preseason game, probably about 16, 17 years ago, maybe a little, about like that. They had a bunch of preseason tickets to a Chiefs-Rams game get stolen. Well, I bought a set of tickets to that game, and I called the Chiefs ticket office to find out if my tickets were stolen. And Gary Spaney like totally blew me off and was like, like don't come. Like I can't tell you if your tickets. I was like, fuck you, dude. Like really?
Yeah.
Like, dude, you were my hero growing up.
Yeah.
That
You know?
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, it's so
Imagine Patrick Mahomes doing that whenever we're a little older.
Yeah.
sad. He was,
Suck.
he was an asshole. I'm like, dude, you're answering the phone line at Arrowhead doing ticket sales now.
So who's your favorite player of all time?
Man, you know what? I like Marcus Allen a lot.
Mm.
Um,
But he went and played for the Raiders and was successful there.
no, he played for the Raiders before us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got Al Davis
Oh.
had a deal on Marcus Allen and sat him for like a year and a half.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
I didn't
remember
get to
watching
meet Al Davis when I was a kid at Chiefs game.
You did?
Yep. It was Chiefs Raiders game, and it was before kickoff. We'd get there early, watch all those guys warm up. Well, Al Davis came walking down the steps. Actually, I think he was coming back up, and he was in his white Raiders gear that you see him in all the time. And Poppy had him come over and show me a Super Bowl ring.
Really?
I thought Al Davis was his shit when I was growing up. Yeah.
He was a Raider, though.
Well, yeah, but
Just
everybody said,
kidding.
he's got,
Still a football hero. The kind of coach.
Yeah. He's kind of
Iconic coach, really, for the Raiders.
owner.
Oh, really?
He owned the Raiders.
I don't know much about the Raiders. I don't like the Raiders.
But he was the type of owner where if he owned the Chiefs, you'd love the shit out of him.
I bet.
Kind of like Burfict, that linebacker that just went to Oakland.
Yeah.
From the Bengals?
From the Bengals,
Yeah.
you'd hate his ass, but if he was on your team, you'd like him.
Yep.
Yeah. He
He's
fits
gonna
well in
help your
Oakland, though. A dirty player.
Man, what's up with Richie Cognito? He was trying to cut his dad's head off at a funeral.
I
At
don't
What?
his
know.
funeral.
What?
This off season, his dad passed away, and he threatened to shoot the employees of the funeral home because they wouldn't let him cut his dad's head off.
What?
The fuck? I know, like Rich.
He
What?
hasn't been on something.
Did he, like, want to hang it up in his...
He
Room?
he wanted to have it studied to find something out. I don't know. Like, I just heard that story a few days ago in an article, and I knew he got in trouble in the off season, and that he had a gun in his car and got arrested.
Oh,
You know, 'cause
jeez.
Oakland got lit up for signing him. But a couple years ago,
That's crazy.
I don't know if you guys remember, Richie Incognito got in trouble for bullying another lineman at Miami.
I think I remember that.
Bullying him. I'm like, dude, what kind
I
of
thought that was
bitch?
in Buffalo. When
No, it was in Miami. And they kicked him off the team, dude. And Richie Incognito, dude, was a beast.
Yeah.
I mean, for a little dude with little arms, he was a killer guard. That's when he went to Buffalo.
Oh, that makes sense then.
But he tried to cut his dad's head off.
That's
And
crazy.
fucking
You just
Oakland
can't look at
signs
a
him.
guy and say.
And we get shit
That's a
over
product of bullying.
cutting your dad's
Weirdness.
head off. I
Yep.
mean, man, them concussion hits to the head are for real.
Yeah. Especially
Apparently
in
he
the
got-
trenches.
Yeah.
Got hit in the head so many times he wanted another one. That's crazy.
Man, I bet you him and Perfect go at it in training camp.
For sure.
They're gonna be on Hard Knocks.
Really?
It's, the
we'll be able to
Raiders are
see
doing
it.
Hard Knocks.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
It's gonna be a good year for Hard Knocks.
Antonio Brown too.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh my
God.
gosh, he's
Antonio
so
Brown.
dramatic.
So incognito.
Wait, Antonio Brown and Perfect are gonna be on the same team.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Yep. So you're gonna have
Oh,
Cognito.
No.
You're gonna have
They're gonna be in practice, but Antonio Brown's gonna.
Yeah.
here's how it's gonna happen. You're gonna have Incognito and Perfect going at it because Perfect's gonna cheap shot somebody.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you have Antonio Brown, his little cheap ass, gonna run up
Chop
behind him
your
with a
head
helmet.
off.
Pow.
Yeah.
You chop your head off.
That was not a smart signing combo.
And then you're gonna have David Carr and his little pansy
Yeah,
ass.
Derek
over there
Carr's
going,
gonna be in the corner.
Fellas, it's okay. It's okay. That dude's soft.
Yeah.
And like, I saw a picture of him the other day. He's like full blown gray hair, gray beard.
No
It's
way.
like, dude, you put baby powder in that shit.
Yeah.
The touch of gray and
You-
stuff.
Maybe he did it as a joke because it came out. They said that Gruden likes veteran quarterbacks.
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe I have to look it up. I just glanced at it. I was like, I'm
He
not
always
reading.
kisses his ass. So.
He does. You know what? I think Gruden would bench his ass in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love Gruden.
I
They
can't
say
believe-
they're gonna probably draft Tua if they finish low enough.
Well, they'll be drafted too.
Yeah.
You know what? Gruden, he came in, he was the shit. Took Oakland. They lost that AFC Championship game to the Immaculate Fumble, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he took Tampa to the Super Bowl, and then was like a 500 percent winning coach.
Yeah.
The rest of his career.
He's nothing special. He's just a good analyst.
He's really good, but he rides players hard, and like Carr is not a coach
Yeah.
or a kid you're gonna get into his ass, and he's gonna take it well.
Kind of like an Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron
What
Rodgers,
happened
Rodgers
to-
doesn't
what's
take
going on with Aaron
criticism
Rodgers?
very well.
They fired the coach last year.
Yeah, but is he completely healed up and stuff? 'Cause I know he had some stuff going on with his leg.
I mean, I'm assuming he'll probably wear a brace on still, just to
Protect him.
caution. I mean, that is the face of their franchise. But from what I understood, he's pretty much at 100% from what he can be.
And they have Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is good.
Well, I guess the deal was last year they put in new plays in practice, but wouldn't do them like new passing plays, and they were just kind of vanilla.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what happened with Marty Schottenheimer. It just kind of got old.
Yeah.
Marty Schottenheimer's a hell of a coach, and there was many years where we all wished we had Marty back.
Yeah.
And it's like Andy Reid in Philly. Doug Peterson took him to the Super Bowl, and man, on Andy Reid's playbook.
Yep.
Let's get that out there.
Yep.
Carson Wentz and Mick Foles had that career year,
Yep.
but that's what happened to Andy Reid in Philly.
Yeah, I mean he's an offensive guru. Even like you look at his plays, like once we started doing the little pitches and stuff to Travis Kelce, all the other teams started
Yep.
doing it.
You know
All
what?
having these wide receivers running back and forth across the field.
Yeah, but it's an art to it. So
Yeah.
a screen, there's other teams that duplicate it, but there's more that goes on in the screen. And one thing I hate about all the coverage now is you got a lot of good guys, even Chiefs reporters. Kissel doesn't do it. He won't break it down to extent like Seth, that Minnesota dude. I think he's a lawyer from Minnesota. Does a lot of coverage on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Break down a video real good and showing all of our guys
Yeah.
swinging out. I'm like, don't be showing that shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
We got
Yeah.
Oakland sitting there in team meetings showing your guys'
Right, they're like going
breakdowns.
frame by
Yeah.
frame, and they're like pointing arrows to all the momentum of all the players and stuff.
We've got really good coverage in Kansas City, man. And you know what? I'm excited for like all the guys with podcasts, Arrowhead Pride, Arrowhead Addict, Chiefs Wire. There's a slew of them. Arrowhead guys. We've got killer fucking coverage in Kansas City.
Yeah, dude, all the people making podcasts and stuff, it's just making like the Kansas City community just stronger, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's more of a fan base because like there's so many
KC
public
Pride.
figures that care about it.
Yeah. It makes you forget about the dipshits, Kevin
Yeah.
Keatsman
Right.
and Brooke Pryor.
Yeah.
Brooke Pryor was the one who broke that story, but she wasn't the editor. But she's getting lit up. I
Yeah.
want to kind of get rid of that, but that's a lot of shit. How long have we been going?
No idea.
You guys getting sleepy?
What time
Riley
is it?
looks like he's about to fall asleep over there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit tired.
What time is it?
12:02.
I think we've been going for like 45 minutes.
We have. You got work to be working tomorrow?
But no,
Well, we guys will call it.
we'll call it.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for coming out. Have
Yeah.
being on. All right. Have a good night, fellas.
You too.